Man, I can't wait to finally sit down and watch this show because that will make things a lot more sense. But until then, Max, I think that's your cue to go live.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, so
let's kill more time.
Okay, let's go through it. We have a chat. We have 3 face cams. We have the art of the week. I have the desktop thing enabled so that I can share screen. Is there anything important else that we have in this show that I otherwise need?
the live button? I don't know.
Yeah, I have a live button.
Do you have the post-show asset?
I have the post-show asset for later. Should I show you?
Flossing Sonic?
I don't have flossing. I don't
Sonic?
have flossing Sonic yet. I'm very disappointed. I know you are very disappointed, but no,
Yeah,
I do
I'm so
have.
disappointed.
Yeah, I guess, but everything else seems to be reconstructed, including this beautiful live button. Hello and welcome everybody to the freshly, newly set up AWKWARDCast. Because guess who earlier found out that OBS thought, hey, how about I delete this scene with the most assets in it? This guy. Wait, this way I have to lean. Oh, I believe I usually am mirrored in it. Do I look different than usual, guys? Am I not mirrored anymore?
No, you're not mirrored. I can read your shirt.
And normally you can't read what I'm wearing. Because...
Yes.
Wait. Keyframe. Ah, is it... Am I pointing...
Yes.
Anyway.
You're pointing the right...
Okay. Keyframe. No, I have the feeling... This gesture feels very, very natural to me. Like I have been doing this for 5 years. So I'm pretty sure the camera is the same way as before. But yeah, I had to, in the pre-show, I had to reconstruct everything. A lot of the beloved features like the flossing Sonic GIF are not yet in here. I know, guys. I know I'm breaking hearts here. I will bring him back, I promise. But yeah.
Right when we got a raid from Inu.
Oh, we got a raid. Thank you, Inu. A trash raid.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
trash raid. But well, you picked the perfect place.
I would say it's the perfect timing as well. Everything is fresh in Newcastle.
It's not just us two old farts of the podcast.
Yes,
we also got a
another old fart in here. Most certainly.
Yeah, I mean, what level is Lauren on the recurring guest thing? Did she beat Chris yet?
I don't think she beat Chris because he got some extra rounds, but she is. I mean, I could quickly check, I guess, where she is at the chart.
I mean, we know that no one can beat Ambrose, but we could see what level she is below Ambrose.
Okay, let's see. Okay, trying to remember this fantastic password.
Chat, emote spam this entire.
Oh yes, give me all the.
Window.
Give me your emotes.
Give all your emotes.
Yeah.
I will even turn emotes only chat on because I'm evil.
Wait, this is a thing?
You can only chat with... Yeah, you can only chat with emotes.
Oh.
I think people do that during Among Us streams if they stream it on Twitch, so that way the chat can't...
What do we have here? Oh, no! Oh, she's right on with Chris. Both of them have exactly 7 appearances on the show.
So are they 3rd place? 2nd place?
They have Emerald Comet still has a head start with 9 appearances, even though he hasn't been on in forever.
Yeah, we just had him on a lot.
Oh! Yeah, and Abby and Chris also share the 3rd place with British Ninja.
All right, Lauren, you are Does this count this appearance today?
No, it does not count yet, I believe. So she actually.
Lauren, you are
my god! Oh my god! Let me do it. Do I have? No, the last episode I created in here is the Gerber one from Bear from last week.
I'm very happy with what I did to the chat right now.
I don't know how I feel about this. This is.
I can turn it off at any time. We were just here.
No, it's impossible. The moment you turn it on, you can never turn it off. That's the rule. I'm very sad that this is a factual...
I have now disabled emotes. You guys can speak with actual words again.
Ah.
But yeah, so Lauren's official.
Yes.
Lauren, you're officially our
Oh,
third place awkward cast cover.
And Lauren, if you would be so friendly, then when I ask you the obligatory 3 questions in a moment, could you drop me a link to your portfolio? Because I have been busy recreating all of AWKWARDCast the last 20 minutes, so I am not prepared. I have nothing on my screen share
I feel
thing.
so sad that Inu rated this particular podcast when everything was broken.
I didn't even get my water. I'm running dry here.
Do we want to just go back to pre-show land so you can get your water?
No. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, there's this thing. I can copy paste this over here, and then now that given that I am so fantastically prepared and have everything. That's service. Thank you. And I also would need a glass after that. I did the dishes. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yes. So, Lauren, since I'm so well prepared, I'm now ready to ask you the question, the important one. Since you have only been here the third most time of everybody, who are you? What do you do? And why should people care? Oh shit! My shortcut doesn't work yet.
There you go. Okay. So.
Let me reinstall this shortcut. Okay. I'm missing it.
Well, I'm Lauren, aka the Abbey Roadie, aka Chrissy's best friend of, God, what is it,
14 years now?
Yeah, and
14 years. We are in it for the long haul, baby.
Yeah, and I'm an artist, illustrator, animator, storyboard artist, jack of all trades, I guess you could say. As you can see on the screen, there's a lot of my character design work I do. I'm a character designer, I think, first and foremost. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably see I post a lot of Lupin art. So if you like that, follow me there.
Stay hydrated.
But yeah.
You mean when the voice actor of Zenigata said that you even said, "Do you have a thing for Zenigata?"
No.
Is true. It's happened. So
I mean, Doug is a good boy. We don't poo-poo on Doug in this house. Doug is the voice of Zenigata.
So okay, let's see what happens when I click on media on your Twitter. Okay, that's a Forrest Gump GIF. That's a Family Guy GIF. That's a Doctor Who GIF.
Okay, I'm gonna guess horses Lupin. Lupin is horses.
Yeah, they're the horses. More GIFs, more GIFs. I approve of communicating in GIFs.
More horse Lupin.
Okay. I've got a lot of like the owls, the horses, the dragons, that kind of stuff going on right now. But yeah, there's
it is. You can
for all of my tweets.
A lot of gifts.
I'm like,
oh look, wait! There was a Lupin Lauren thing up there. There we go. There's some Lupin Lauren.
It's the lay one.
He got laid.
Hey, I have heard this one before.
That's what they always do whenever you get off the plane in Hawaii. Is they put a lay on you.
I wouldn't know, Lauren. I haven't been to Hawaii.
I mean, is this just a cliche, or do they actually do it?
They do. It happened to me.
Okay.
You get off the plane and
because Lauren's been everywhere in the world. Tell us about when you traveled through all of Europe, Lauren. Yeah,
I live here, and I haven't been to all of Europe yet.
Yeah, you want to know when I said that I want to go to Italy for my 25th birthday? Lauren was like, "Yeah, that would be great. It would be great to go again." It's like, again?
I just saw my owl animation on there.
Yep, it's all.
I'm hoping to animate more pretty soon. So.
Another great one.
The Dance Revolution.
That's you and me in an arcade, Lauren. I always wanted.
That's what I pulled from. It was our actual live experience.
Wait, who of you?
We're
really good at DDR.
I'm the Zenigata because I'm actually good at DDR.
So you are.
Lauren is always the exhausted.
So you are the old buff guy in a Hawaiian shirt. I see.
I mean, isn't that Isn't that what I always say I want to be a buff anime chick. I'll turn out to be a buff old anime dude in a Hawaiian shirt yet. I'll make people very confused about their sexuality. They'll be like,
We are in the owl phase.
yay! These are...
Stuff.
And
And
back
the
to horses. Everything.
I was
you are
jumping
a
back
horse
and forth
girl.
on that one.
Oh, but
Oh wait, scroll up. Wait, scroll up. One of my favorites. Scroll down a little bit.
further.
No,
Okay.
Scroll down a little bit.
Down.
No,
Okay.
down.
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 Yeah. This one.
There it is. That's my favorite. I love the face.
Yes,
I love the
we
face
all
of the little Lauren owl.
Universal, the
Lauren owl.
cosmic owl.
I
Don't
just
think I remember
the puffy,
that part.
puffy face.
But
yeah, so
we
it's-
established
it's-
the Senegata thing.
We've established that was extra credit at that point. But Lauren, I mean, oh look, we have Lauren and Lauren on screen. Oh, and now it's gone.
Aw.
But
I do like how they're rotating. It's a nice thing.
yeah, we started that I think with. Did we start that with Coach Kaz?
It could have been Coach-
sketches of
I believe it was the sketches of the Tails Pokemon Abominations crossovers, and
Yeah.
I also did it for the Coach Cosmics.
Yeah. Lauren, where you wasn't. We don't want to go through that. That's just her list of places to be at that point.
I'm like,
It's
there's
the
still a
only
lot of
place she
places I
hasn't
haven't
been that I
to.
want to go to is Japan. Which
Yeah, I like
we-
that. Same here. I want to go to Japan.
So-
Let's go to Japan. Let's leave this
Let's go to
podcast
Japan.
Yeah.
and go to Japan. We'll just say we're Olympic. We'll just say we're Olympic athletes and we'll be allowed to go
Mhm.
because that's how it
Let's
works.
go to, we'll go to Sicily first.
Yes, I want to go to Sicily. I'm gonna drag the ones in this fan art feature to Sicily. But yeah. So Max is little like what? But yeah, Lauren, what have you been up to recently? What's been going on in your life? Talk
Well,
while I try to suppress a panic attack.
Oh my!
The most recent, if you guys follow DA Games, my most recent animated for DA Games Animated got posted, the Garfield video.
I'll
Yes,
get it
the
for
one
you,
where
Max.
I've gotten
Ooh.
comments saying that his feet should be bigger. Look, I'm not gonna draw obscenely large Garfield feet from 2021, guys. I'm fine with
Excuse
drawing the
me,
feet from
Were people
1985 that are
commenting
reasonable
on
size.
Garfield's. Why were people
What?
commenting on Garfield's feet?
I've got there was
Why
like a
was-
couple comments I got him like that were like on Twitter saying like cool, but maybe next time make his feet bigger. I'm like cool, like there's gonna be a next time where I'm gonna draw Garfield again for DA Games Animated, unless you want
So
me to
this is-
do the same video.
So this is your
I don't
Garfield.
Like the hyper. Yes,
There isn't
this
even
is,
a whole
this
lot
is
of
Lauren's.
frames with his feet
fan.
showing. So I'm like, of all
Yeah.
the things, I just
Well, you,
admit it,
Well,
guys.
you know
guys have
what?
a-
Yeah.
y'all have a fixation. I don't.
a foot
Like,
fit. You know what? I'm going to help these people with their foot problem. I'm going to fix your frame.
There, look at
So-
it. There she is. All linked,
there.
animated by. Yeah.
Yeah, Lauren.
I've been
Lauren
having fun in
animated.
Storyboard Pro, if you couldn't tell. Because then I also
Yeah,
did before
you've-
that. I did I Am Bread for them, and that was a
Mm.
lot of fun. I did that.
Yeah, and that was
we
on
did-
the that was on your website actually. Those little loaves
Yeah,
of
I'll be
bread.
posting. Yeah, I'll be posting the Garfield stuff too pretty soon.
Ooh.
I want to
nice.
have that a bit more organized and upload that. So.
And then
Nice,
'Cause,
nice.
you know,
Hold on.
working on these, you have to work at like a really fast pace. So it's not like you can sit and just make like really detailed like character art. I'm like, well, this is gonna be
I mean,
grayscale,
Lauren had
so
to
I
learn
just
that the
quickly
hard
throw
way.
together a John design for Will and then a Garfield design for Chris, and then I'm like, okay, here's my reference sheet. Literally just have this up while I'm drawing this. And then
There
I'm like,
you go,
okay, here's
Lauren.
some comic strips
I
that I can look
fixed
at
it.
for reference.
Oh, you
Um,
fixed it. Thank goodness.
It's in.
Oh,
Do I
God.
need to fix them more? I feel like I need to fix them more.
I probably need to create. Okay, let's go for the comparison. So where is he sitting on the
This-
sofa and playing?
This episode is garbage.
So yeah, here is the original. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Here is the original. Lauren's inferior work, and then thankfully Keyframe came in and fixed it.
I mean, we could make it even better.
How can we now? Yeah, that is actually even better. I approve of this. I approve of this development. Open link. There we go.
I mean, now Will really has a reason to not be comfortable.
I mean, now let me please replace our art of the week. Throw all those headshots out of here and instead include Garfield's big feet by Cosmic Keyframe.
Well, don't put me as the credit there. This is Lauren's art. I just helped make it shine to its brightest. I was merely the
This
shoe
is what we
polish
call
of her Italian
collaboration.
loafers. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so besides working on the storyboards, anything else been happening recently, Lauren? Slain any dragons? Rescued any damsels?
No, just I mean, I wish I wish I were going on high flying adventures right now, but I'm working on commissions, drawing things of high flying adventures, so that works, right?
Living vicariously.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going through my queue of stuff. I am working on. I guess I'm okay to say something. Technically, I will be making something. Well, I'm making something for Saberspark, but we got to finalize the details of it. So he is.
Yes, I know what it is, and I'm not going to say what it is.
I know
but
you
man,
know.
I'm glad. I'm glad
Saber
Saber is using his Patreon money I give him well. Like this is
Basically,
oh, it's gonna be
the
beautiful.
internet is gonna love it. So
it's gonna be beautiful.
like basically, yeah, just finalizing really just the details of like the colors and stuff like that. But otherwise, I'm like I'll be drafting that up pretty soon, and I'm excited. I'm really excited.
It's gonna
But otherwise,
be great.
after that, I will be probably reopening some slots for commissions pretty soon. So go to my Twitter. I'll pin
Give my
commissions
sister money.
I will pin the commissions tweet as soon as slots open back up again, because I realized I had it up for a while, and people kept DMing me, "Hey, our commission's open. Can I get a commission?" I'm like, I'm actually closed right now, but it helped to have that up because then people would know I provide them.
Everyone commission drum sets. Very
No.
deep drum sets.
Maybe you should include in your commissions tweet. Drum sets cost extra.
Let me see if we're
The drum tags.
Let me at least reference. Okay, let me at the very least let me attach that image to show you. I'm like this is. I mean, I'm very proud with how it came out, but I'm not going to that extent on a drum set. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Just put a JPEG of a drum set in front of the artwork. Just be like, here.
Like there, that works.
That works. It's hyper-realism. It's mixed media.
Let's see. Here, I believe this is it here. And, I mean, again, I'm very proud of how it came out.
It's very well done, but
I mean,
Jesus.
a lot of people... I'm like, that drum set darn near killed me. So, I am very happy I got it done, but don't ask for, I'm like, there's only one instance I'm allowing the drum set at this point right now, and that's on my commission list right now.
And I guess the guilty party.
Don't ask for drum sets.
And apparently the guilty party is even here.
Hello, Abbey Roadie. Your drum set was very nice, but Jesus.
I was like, I'm hoping I'm doing all of this right, but I'm like, I'm very, again, really proud with how that drum set turned out, but I can't. I'm like, I'm trying to get through all of these commissions very quickly, and that one took a long time. So I'm like,
instruments are not fun to draw. No one likes.
Yeah, I'm like,
drawing.
I think guitars I'm used to drawing the most, and that's just because it's out of experience that I'm just used to drawing a lot of guitars. But most other instruments, yeah, it's gonna take an adjustment to draw and even time to draw because of how many components you have to put together.
Ironic, Ringo was your favorite Beatle and you hate drawing.
I know. Yeah, it's funny because I always, when I would draw him, he wouldn't it would be mostly like the Saturday morning Beatles cartoon. If he's ever on a drum set, it's like on a simplified drum set like that. But
One little drum.
but hey,
with a
look,
little
it shows
cymbal.
I can draw a drum set based off of this stuff.
Yes.
So
Yes, you can.
it's just it takes a while.
So all cartoons looking for prop designers. Lauren loves designing props. She also likes graphic design because she's
Graphic design
an
is my
illustrator. But yeah,
No,
so
I'm
has
like
that been
I am
everything
very
going-
proud of that. I am very proud of that Fujiko piece. I'm taking a breather from drawing drums after this.
Fair.
A drumming sabbatical.
Yeah,
A drumming.
or just always use this drum set, the same asset, just drew other characters behind it. Oh, drum set, no problem. It's drum. See here, I even changed the color
Wait,
to
you
blue
want it to
for
be
you.
Blue?
Yeah, I mean, come on, this is just a color filter. This should be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm really proud of this, and I'm very glad. I'm very glad that Michael liked it. So I'm very happy about that. So thank you.
Yeah. God. I hope he gets it as a tattoo on his skin, so the tattoo artist has to deal with drawing drums afterwards. It has to be passed on to a new artist every time.
Oh God. So here's the.
It does look like some kind
I
of.
give
with
major
the
props
bunny-
to
with the
tattoo
bunny
artists,
suit and
especially
stuff,
if they do a
it
drum
does
set.
look. Yeah, with the bunny suit and stuff, it does look like something that some kind of like guy with a beard or something would put on his shoulder blade or on his like big old bicep. It's like, yeah, you see, if I flex, she does a drum roll.
So that was a pretty cool feature. Like to actually, if they could actually, it's like when people do the thing with it looks like a flag waves kind of thing. Yeah, it's just like.
I mean,
Or-
I make that joke that if I flex my back, the heart tattoo you design looks like it's beating, so it goes It's a dumb joke. No one likes it, but I like it.
Meanwhile,
But
I just
yeah,
think of that
it was-
one tattoo. Think of that one tattoo of somebody they got of Mario on their wrist when it's supposed to look like his fist. That's
The
it's
arm
his
goes
arm.
up and it's
It's
the
the-
wrong.
It's
Ah,
the wrong hand.
Even I think it's the wrong side because I think they put it like here when it's supposed to be
Yeah.
here or the other way around.
No,
So
it
it's
was
the
it was
right
just on the
hand, but
wrong
it's the
hand.
wrong-
Like even if it was the it was the
Oh.
right way, but it was the wrong hand. I'm like, if it had
That's
been on
terrible.
the other hand, it would have been perfect. But now he
Imagine
has
the
two of the
scales
same
he's
hand.
gonna have on his wrist if he wants to get that removed because that's just a lot of little laser pokers.
oh my
I
god,
think it was like he had two right hands, if I
I'm not
remember.
sure. Is
That's-
it this one?
Yes, that one. That one.
Yes, I love that tattoo.
Yes, he has two right hands.
I love the caption. Cool tattoo until you realize that Mario will be jerking you off for the rest of the
Oh no, even that. So they're not. Oh no. Yeah.
Never,
See, again, it's a
never
really cool
put a
tattoo, just
tattoo on
not
your
the wrong-
dominant hand
Oh yeah.
unless you want to deal with those consequences as well. But
Ooh, I didn't even think
yeah,
that.
has that been everything going on in your life, Lauren?
Yeah, pretty much. Otherwise, I've been getting back into doing episodes of animation communication with I Love Compossible a lot. So we've been recording new episodes of those. So if you can check out KP's channel, pretty much. We also have the side channel for that. We have our episodes on the podcast app. We have them on Spotify. We have them with visualizers on YouTube. So
You have them on
it-
Spoofy?
right there. So
Do you have them on Spoofy?
we have them on Spoofy,
Yeah, okay.
and
I feel-
but yeah,
I
we've
feel
been
out
trying to
of
do
place
some
right
more
now.
we've been trying to do some more like just the two of us episodes, which is cool. So we've been able to do like movie reviews and all that good stuff. Our most recent episode is Wish Dragon, so please go check that out if you want to get our take on
An
Wish Dragon.
episode with just the two hosts? Never heard of it. I can't imagine. I can't imagine the two hosts getting along without a third party.
I know, right?
We
No.
we do, but but then we're trying to line up a whole bunch of different topics to cover. We even have an episode on as conventions are back in the swing, or at least trying to come back. We have an episode about conventions and protocol and the do's and don'ts, 621 rule and all that. So
Shower.
as you're getting
It's not that hard to shower.
please do. Good hygiene. It's not only essential, but it's like it makes the whole experience better for everyone around you. Please, just shower.
I just don't get people who don't shower at cons. I have met many of them. I have met so many because I run vendor halls. Why? You know that you smell.
I've worked in the vendor halls with you, so I know.
You know that you smell. Just put on deodorant. Like, do something. Even if you have to go back to your room every hour or two to re-put on deodorant, it's better than not. You know you're a sweaty boy. Just put on some fucking aerosol. Bring it with you. Go into one of the bathrooms and just go
Go into the bathroom, spritz it on, then run back out. And it's just like...
Girls have been doing that with perfume for years. You can do it too. It's not too hard.
Just for the weekend,
I don't,
please.
because perfume irritates my skin. But I know that girls do it.
Or even better yet, they can keep a deodorant stick around or whatever. They keep a little portable version. And it's like, it's really not that hard. Just take 2 seconds, run it.
Anyways, enough ranting.
Anyway.
Max, why don't you talk about your adventures this week? I need to step away from it.
Yes, absolutely. Oh no, now it says the name. No, I actually had a legit adventure this week. One that Enigma will probably be very excited over. We went to a pet shop yesterday to look for ferret supplies. No, I mean we actually did, but this is not the adventure I want to talk about. We got a cat litter box because ferrets are small, and so you can do that. No, but what we did on an actual adventure. Okay, let me. 1 second. Let me just get rid. Bloop. Okay, the name irritates me. Now I need to remember to also turn her back on as soon as she returns. But yeah, what we did do as an actual adventure was so here in Berlin there are actually a few sites of long abandoned buildings that have not yet been torn down and replaced with new ones, which is surprisingly enough given how much of a living space crisis Berlin has been chronically going through for the past I don't know how many years. But yeah, we went to one. And this is down in the basement, so without our lights it would have been complete darkness. Because there are literally no windows. Okay, I have to manually. This is one of my favorite shots. Weirdly enough, this is not an elevator. This is just a gutter that separates this area from whatever is behind, and you can just go around the pillar on the right. But I love this shot. It was like, I believe, long exposure combined with me holding up a flashlight. And this is just upstairs where, once again, it's actually already pretty dark, but long exposure does a lot of magic there. And as you can tell, yeah, the place is frequently visited by people to leave their mark, which we definitely did not do. That would be vandalism. And this was basically an old hotel, so those were probably some kind of seminar rooms. With I have no clue what used to be in those frames. Maybe it was glass, maybe not. Which is also funny seeing this shot. So if you go on Google to this place, you actually find reviews on it. And because it used to be a hotel, there are like, oh, it's such a great hotel, and the room service and the welcoming, loving the staff. Oh, and so it's fantastically ventilated, because more or less all windows are smashed in, as you can see here.
Great.
Yeah, this is also, somebody brought a sofa in here, so this has some kind of really nice Fallout vibes. You are in this ruin, and then you just have a a little sitting area put up by some people. More of the graffiti. So if people ask if Berlin has a graffiti culture, yes, it does, very much so.
Very much alive and well.
Indeed. And oh yeah, here's also once again it's actually nighttime, so it's long exposure combined with street lights outside. But yeah, that was a legit adventure we did for game nights this week.
Did it feel pretty spooky walking through there?
Here's the funny thing. So from outside, it looks so spooky. Then you get in there. The first area it's so fun. It's like actually like a lot of. I guess the roof must have been broken in or something. So the first part we went through was overgrown with vegetation. You have a lot of broken stuff like rubble on the floor. So you get this crunchy like going through this like urban jungly-esque feeling. It's just like, but then you get into the actual building and it's relatively clean. I mean, it's dirty, but it's not full of rubble. So it's the corridors themselves are free. But yeah, you get through this. You have to go by little trees that have grown in what used to be part of the building. It's a great feel, but inside then. It didn't feel spooky as in ghostly spooky, as in phasmophobia spooky, but it was mostly like, shit, hopefully nobody else is here and finds us, shit, not getting caught. The funny thing was also, so we climbed in through a window, and then the first thing, I climbed in first, and I'm like, wait, I hear crunching footsteps. Out! Out! And Denim was standing at the ladder like, huh? What? Get out of the way! I need to get out of here! And we didn't bring a ladder. There was something to climb on already there. And then eventually I made it out. We went only a few meters and then, okay, breathing. We then heard also voices and they were just chatting and we are like, okay, this sounds not like guards or whatever. Those are just people. So let's grow some balls, play it cool and just say hi. So they then started climbing out of the window and we were like, oh, hi there, good evening. You are visiting too, I see. Oh, lovely. Is somebody else in there? No. Oh, well then, have a nice evening. We are going in now. And, well, then we went in and checked it out for ourselves. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was like, and this is not the only site in Berlin, so we might gonna check out some other sites as well that are actually even flagged as tourist hotspots on Google Maps. It's pretty wacky. I guess at the end of the day, nobody really cares about it. So that's kind of our the safety guard we are hoping for, and yeah. Besides that,
especially with all those abandoned buildings, so there's a lot of urban explorers that do a lot of that kind of stuff. So I mean, you're not the only ones.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, once again, just this upstairs floor where basically the walls are covered in tags and graffiti. It's very clear that this is a regular place for a lot of people. And anything else besides that? Actually, yes, there was something else happening yesterday, actually. By our friend and former guest on this very podcast you all are watching, Dr. Nuka from Fur Science. He invited me to a podcast he is also involved with by the name For What It's Worth, furries and their puns. And we recorded an episode yesterday with a little bit of the focus of furries around the world. So they wanted to get a little bit of my German take on it. Even so, we made it pretty clear that I obviously cannot represent all of Germany. I can only speak from my personal experience as a German furry in the German furry fandom. That was a fun thing. So big thank you to Nuka for remembering me and inviting me to it. Now, of course, once we re-invite him back to the AWKWARDcast, it will look like we are just doing this to return the favor. But no, I swear, Nuka, we plan to bring you back before that invite. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure when it will air. They pre-record it and they do some. It's an audio only podcast, so you also find it all the links, and I should probably put the link to the website down there. I have no idea what their production cycle is. I should have asked that. How long until the episode gets released? But yeah, that was also a very fun experience. It was with Nuka and Sammy, which is apparently they are both members of the For What It's Worth team. However, not the big founders, and that was apparently their premiere, being by themselves without one of the big heads there with them. So it was exciting for them too. Oh yeah, Nuka is still kicking, and yeah, he's doing fine. Check out the show in general for what it's worth, and definitely check out my episode, best episode ever, yay! And yeah, those were the highlights of my week. Key, I believe you haven't had a chance to talk about it yourself yet, or not much.
I mean, we did. Me and Lauren did have a thing this week.
Ooh.
That was actually really big.
Oh yeah, it
That's
did.
right.
You
We
did.
can both talk about that.
Oh yeah, let me see.
Yeah,
Did one of you
so,
post pictures?
We put a couple on Twitter. I think.
I will
'cause,
hunt them down.
They didn't have pictures with the crew because they were just bombarded by people.
Mm.
But yeah.
Yeah, well, they knew it was like
so
if one person
after-
took a picture, it'd be a whole deluge of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, so after Gaming and Ties last Wednesday, I went down to Glendale to see Lauren, and we went to the Dynasty Typewriter, which is the same theater we went to go see Randy Feltface in the before floor of 2019.
Oh my, so long
And,
ago.
Yeah.
And we went to go see Keith in his comedy band, Blueburger. Yeah, which is he's had this comedy band for a while. Like they were second place on Bring the Funny, which was a show on NBC. You know, Keith's from Try Guys and all that. And Keith was a good boy, and he gave me free tickets to go see the show. Like me and him were just talking because me and him were just talking to each other in the DMs. And he was just like, hey, if you want, I can give you 2 tickets to the show so we can see it. And it's like, sure, because he remembered that Lauren was with me when I gave him the Pokemon cards. And
The fact that
yeah,
you
it was great.
remembered.
We were actually like 3rd row from the stage, so we had some good seats. Didn't realize till later that we were in front of one of the members' fiance, because there was in the opening number, Alex, who is the guy in the front of that picture, was throwing cookies into the audience and fucking hit a light that was right above me and Lauren's head. I was like, I really hope that didn't break. And the cookie fell right into Huey's fiance's lap. And I was like, that is great. But it was such a great show. I think everyone was just happy to be at a concert. Everyone was going nuts at everything. Like,
Yeah.
and we were all wearing masks. You had to show your vaccine card at the door. They did temperature checks. It was actually really safe.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. It was so great to see people happy for once.
Oh yeah.
Like,
it was.
It was so much fun, and they had all new songs and all this stuff. They are great showmen. There was one. I think my favorite song from the entire thing wasn't even a song. It was Keith and Huey performing a trombone piano sonnet. Like just a little performance. Meanwhile, Alex is just saying all these terrible nihilist things. I think he said, "I am the most anti-Semitic man I know." Keep in mind, Alex is Jewish.
Ah.
and he was just saying all these like really sad stories during all of it. It was great. But yeah, Blue Burger has a stage presence. They know how to have fun. What are you doing?
My camera was going out of focus a little
But
bit on
yeah,
my.
it was super cool, and like they were just so much fun. And then we got to see Keith after the show, and you know, me and him talked for a little while. He was just like, "You need to text me so you can come up to my hood and we can hang out." I was like,
Oh my!
So
hanging out with this bad boy in his hood.
Yeah, and his French horn.
Oh my, he's one wild card. Jesus, be careful with this one.
I mean, it was it was funny because we were talking to Alex because before the show we went to go eat pho, which if you don't know what pho is, it's Vietnamese. What would you call it, Lauren? Vietnamese ramen, Vietnamese soup.
Oh, this PHO thing.
Yeah, it's more like it is a soup. I wouldn't say it's really so much a ramen, but it does have vermicelli instead of like the noodles that you would get in ramen. But it's usually the broth is lighter. It's not a bone broth. It's got a lot of vegetables in it. You know, basil and mint and lime.
It was really good. I never had it before, and it was really good. And we were showing it to Alex, and he's just like, "I need it." And he also asked like, "Is the chili paste on the top part of it?" Is like, "No, I added that." He's like, "Oh, okay." Because, you know, I have a very weak baby stomach. And he's like, "Yeah, I understand. I have one too, but I also hate myself. So, you know, I put the chili paste on there." But it was really cool. And then the day after, me and Lauren went to this Filipino market that was by her house, which was so cool. They had so many.
And that's where you got your ube rolls.
I ate all of them, and I'm sad now, Lauren, because there's no ube Filipino anything around here anymore. I want my purple yam. Like, it's literally bread rolls filled with ube, which is like a dark purple yam. Like, it's super vibrant, and it's delicious, and it's not too sweet. It's almost savory, and it's so good. And I can eat a million of them. I would get fat, but that's okay. I would be fat with ube.
Yeah, it's a good cause, I guess. Yeah, when you do it with something that you love.
Yeah, I mean, if you have never had ube or Filipino food, there's something fucking wrong with you. Filipino food is amazing.
I was gonna say, if you've had like a taro milk tea, it's similar to taro in that it's that purple color and it's sweet, but it's really good. And often ube, I've seen it's used in seasonings. It's used as like they powdered it even, and so you can
mix they bake it or they powder it or they freeze it. Like it's all that kind of
stuff.
Make
it into ice cream. Make it into, and actually it's funny because you can get ube ice cream at Trader Joe's, but in terms of if you want to find more ube products, you got to go look for more like Filipino markets and more authentic places. You got to find them at
the source. I love Filipino food. I think I said to Lauren we need to culturally appropriate Filipino food because I want more of it. And she just looked at me in the car like, "Chrissy, what the fuck are you talking about?" I was like, "I want more of it, so we need to culturally appropriate it." She's like, "Look, you do realize that means that they're going to put a shit ton of sugar and shit in it because no one can like natural flavored things." I was like,
exactly.
That's a great point.
Yeah, they just ruin it. That's why I was like, preserve the natural beauty of ube.
I didn't mean it, Odie. Come on now. I made the joke of we gotta culturally appropriate it. No, because Americans ruin everything.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I feel like I missed out when I didn't try McDonald's in Europe because of that mindset of going like, well, McDonald's in the States isn't all that great except for their breakfast. But then I'm like, there couldn't be anything different there. And meanwhile, I come back and then I hear, oh, they got the McBaguette in France. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
McDonald's in Europe just tastes better than McDonald's in America?
Because it's not heavily processed crap.
Yeah, it's the health standards
I
come in
should
the way
know.
of that.
I should know. I have survived off a diet of chicken McNuggets every Eurofurence because, and that's how I know.
How are the McNuggets over there?
Better than American ones, but I've also haven't had a McNugget in America in a good part of a decade, Lauren. I don't actively seek out McDonald's. The smell of a Also, if we ranked fast food restaurants by their welcoming smell of walking into them, McDonald's is very low on that list, in my personal opinion. Besides maybe fucking Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, Satan? Because God, I can't stand so many. My sense of smell overtakes my sense of taste. I can't stand things that smell bad.
Meanwhile,
Again,
you walk into
shower.
like an In-N-Out and you smell those French fries, and that's all you.
Oh, In-N-Out's a wonderful place. In-N-Out's a Willy Wonka's chocolate factory compared to most other fast food establishments. I also can't stand the smell of the inside of a Subway. Mall Subways, they're for some reason fine. I can't stand an actual Subway. The smell of the bread, which, by the way, calling Subway bread is being very nice. It's cake. There is so much sugar in bread at Subway. It's classified as cake in Ireland.
Oh my god.
You are eating cake with meat. I want you to think that whenever you go to a fucking Subway, you are eating cake with meat. Meat cake. Sorry, where was I going with this?
I have no idea, but it's glorious.
We were talking about. We were
I am
talking
sorry,
about
I'm
fast
not
foods
all.
and- No, we
Yeah,
were talking
I'm not all
about
there
fast
right now.
foods and you know, saying how McDonald's in other countries.
Oh
and
yeah,
fast food in other
McDonald's.
countries-
McDonald's in Europe is better. So is the Burger King. And so is the Subway. I actually like European Subway.
Le gasp.
Not as much as, but in America, the meat at an American Subway just tastes like I'm eating children's toys.
You're
Like,
eating
it's like
happiness.
It's like in Mau Mau where they're having that cooking competition and Adorabat is using like the fake toy stove and oven and he's like, I'm not allowed to cook on the stove anymore. Not since last time. Why do Americans have so much sugar in their stuff? I don't know, Magical. I don't know. It's not 'cause we're sweet. In fact, I think it's the inverse equation. I think the more sugar you do consume, the less pleasant you are as a person. And that's why Max has tubs of candy.
True.
No, sorry, that was mean. But yeah, so besides that, I got into a new media, which I guess transfers us to media. Did I forget to give you the YouTube channel?
Yes, you did forget to give me the YouTube channel.
Let me get it. While we do that, why don't you talk about the art of the week?
Oh, I could talk about the art of the week. Yeah, it's fourfold because it consists of 4 images. So this is basically what happens when Lauren opens her commissions and she is telling Keyframe, and Keyframe is like, snatch up the first 4 slots. Because she got the summer style for the herself, for the me, for the Lauren, and for the Golden Fox.
Yeah.
Or okay, I already screwed it up. But how about we don't? Why do we not ask the artist herself while she is with us? Do speak about the art. What inspired you? What was the journey to the individual images?
Yeah. Why did you make Max a Disney prince?
Because
I mean that chin, dude. That's a chin for weeks.
But it was, but I wanted to see if she was interested in like summertime icons to be as a set, because I'm actually considered this project my guinea pig for what I would like to add to my commissions at some point soon, is doing sets of icons.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to imitate the pose, obviously.
When you're imitating it, you're giving yourself a double chin because you're sinking yourself down into your neck. But no, I mean, like, yeah, this is a guinea pig because you wanted to do these twofer things, and I was like, how about two twofers? And she's like, what?
Okay. And so,
Yeah,
I figured
okay.
if it's gonna be four all at the same time, I figured, okay, what if they have like a unifying theme for all of them? And so I did vaporwave 80s kind of summer look. And so I wanted to have that theme not just in the background but in the shades. So everybody wearing sunglasses, all the lens would be all those vaporwave like neon colors.
Yeah, I basically was like, look, Lauren, all of you individually get mad when I buy you presents. Yeah, how about if I get you all the same present at the same time, then you can't get mad. I think I hacked the system.
I think
also, I'm giving you money to draw yourself. She's like,
Yep.
okay, well, I can't get mad. And then when I gave it to Max, Max was like, that's a chin. And when I gave it to Brett, Brett was like, who is this?
Oh.
I think people don't draw him as a person enough, and I think he's disassociated as human. But, yeah.
What do you mean he's
Lauren
not a horse?
What do you mean he's not a Pegasus? Lauren and Brett's already changed their Twitter icons to the summertime thing. I've already changed mine to the summertime thing.
Start now, audience. Start a petition. Post at AN_Y with the hashtag change your picture. Or change your pig.
I really don't feel bad whether you change it or not, because your current profile picture is already a thing I got you.
Oh, no.
No matter what, your profile picture is because of me.
That's 6 degrees of separation from Chrissy.
Well, I mean, a lot of times it is, especially when it comes to art. It's like, oh, that's a nice drawing of your ferret, Max. Why'd you get that? So I didn't get it. I don't have a problem. You have a problem by not accepting my problem.
Apparently. But yeah.
Yeah.
This was the art of the week. Now about the media of the week. Who wants to go first?
Yes.
You
I
have
guess
your
I can
video
because I led into it.
That's a good point. Wait, babbity bibbity babbity
You
boo.
can't escape the wholesome. No, Odie. They will never escape the wholesome. They pick this, they live with it forever.
Why
Lauren's
is it
had it for 13, 14 years. She can't leave. But yeah, I got into a new media while I've been like working on stuff, and it's this YouTube channel called Observe, and it's basically this body language analyst who reacts to all sorts of things and educates you on nonverbal communication and how someone could be lying, and you can tell they're lying through how their body acts or their mind or their eyes or their expressions.
So basically lie to me, but as a real guy, not a TV show.
Yeah. And this guy does a myriad of different things he reacts to. This one specifically is an interrogation of a killer cop. But he's also done courtroom things. He's done YouTubers, all that kind of stuff. Like when YouTuber apology videos, he can go through and be like, "This person isn't really sorry, and here's how they're showing that they're not actually sorry." Because like they've recently done like the Drake Bell sentencing hearing and all this kind of stuff. It's really fascinating because it's interesting to see how how we can just give away when we're bullshitting. How we can give away how we feel without saying how we feel. Whether it's us going into ourselves or us like looking the other way, or how that presents an emotion that we're not trying to express. And I really like that. And he also does state that some things can also be interpreted as other things. Like if someone is constantly like crossing their arms or in on themselves, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're lying. It could just be anxiousness, which can lead to lying, but it could also just be this person's natural state of being. And they are really long form videos. Like they all go, I think some of them can go up to 50 minutes. So, I mean, because he's stopping each video and reacting and educating. So if you're not into long form content, you may not like this channel. But I think if you are really into how people tick and the different individuals of how they tick and everything, I think you'd really like it. I also just think the host himself also has a good personality. So he's not boring when he does it, because I know this can be a very boring topic to some people. But yeah, I really recommend this channel. I found it, I think I actually found it a while ago, because he analyzed Jenna Marbles' goodbye video to say like, oh, she's completely genuine. She's actually sad. And then I didn't see anything else since, so I was like, he seems cool. And then I found him recently. I think I found he came up in my recommendeds with the Drake Bell court case and stuff. So, and then I just started like, going down the rabbit hole, because he talks about crimes. And you know me, I love a little...
Oh, well.
But yeah, I really think people would enjoy this. I know that some of the topics may not seem like things people would care about, because, he does look at like some YouTuber stuff, and, if you don't care about YouTuber stuff, I even think if you don't care particularly about like YouTuber news and all that kind of shit, his videos are still interesting, because it's interesting to see how someone can analyze someone's body language of an internet personality. Because the whole thing about an internet personality is that YouTubers have made this precedent of being like that was only established by reality stars beforehand, of that the character you're putting out into the world really is more or less just a facet of yourself. It's supposed to just be a fictionalized version of yourself. So to see someone actually pick it apart and see through the cracks and see how this person is displaying something that's outside of it, I find it really fascinating.
Oh, look, he's actually referencing Lie to Me, which isn't really a surprise given his getup.
Yeah. But I really think people would enjoy this. I think I even linked this to Max, saying like, I'm going to talk about this on Awkward, but I think you'd like it because it involves people looking into how someone ticks.
Yeah, it does sound like something that I would enjoy.
Yeah. So if you want Lie to Me, but arguably done better and not a TV show.
You mean like real instead of a flashy, over-the-top TV show?
Yes. I think you would like this. But yeah, that's my media.
So, Lauren, do you want to go next?
Sure. So, if you've been living under a rock, or
I have.
avoiding
I like
social
rocks.
media altogether, then you probably haven't been keeping up on the fact that season 2 of Beastars just dropped.
Wow.
Within the past week or so. And I figure I might as well talk about it without giving away any spoilers. But if you watch season 1, season 2 builds off of everything that was established really well, and it leaves a lot more, not just answers for some things, but it creates more questions, which I am really intrigued to see how they address them going into the 3rd season, which is inevitable. But at the same time, it's really, like, it really goes down onto the really dark aspects really well in this, and it introduces new characters. Like Six Eyes right there is a fantastic character that I hope gets utilized a lot more in the future. And then we also have Pina, who's the new student at school who's in the drama club. We got, and also if you keep up with all the dubs and stuff, this is on Netflix right now with the English dub. You know, the Jonah Scott and Griffin and all those wonderful people attached. And it basically is a great follow-up to season 1. If you really love season 1, you'll really love season 2. I will say it's funny because there isn't, as I will say, this really isn't a spoiler. There isn't as much focus on Haru being involved, but it is more it is more about the other students and how they're interacting with each other with these new changes going on. So Haru's kind of like put off to the side a little bit, but that's okay because she was more the focus in season 1. Season 2 is an entirely different tangent because of how things change towards the end of season 1, and that changes the trajectory of everything else going forward. We get, we get some answers for the murders that go on, the murder that basically goes on in that launch of season 1. It's there's a lot I could talk about, but it's like I'm trying to avoid spoilers, anything I could say. But I will say that Legoshi is pretty much your primary focus for the series anyway. So it's really nice to see how they approach his character going forward, and how we can see where things went with Louis and how he changed and how he's confronting the fact that, because he's a prey animal, but now he's in this whole other life now. And yeah, why don't we play the animation that we all know it's sitting in the chat right here. We want to play that.
I guess we are.
Parallel's animations are great.
Come on, this is a great animation.
Whoop, it's
I
opening
love
the wrong
it.
window.
Baby.
I guess I have to turn on the audio for that one then. Yeehaw!
Yeah.
We're not getting any sound.
No,
No, they can hear the chat. The chat.
Oh, they can't hear. Okay, never mind.
This is what happens when you have the voice. That's what happens when you have the voice actors host their own panels.
Which they did have another panel yesterday, by the way, off of Lauren Landa's Twitch, I believe. So they've been hosting hangouts with the crew and stuff like that, and they'll do these kinds of things, which is, I love that this is what, and then we get more content like this from the fandom, which is great.
I mean, there's also the great thing of Legoshi tries to do stand-up.
And he's just saying nothing but terrible wolf jokes.
Yes, it's great. But
and the only one appreciating it is Juno.
Yeah, but who do you think would like Beastars? Who do you think wouldn't like Beastars?
Furries will like Beastars.
Yeah!
No, Copper, why do you want
like-
us to say sexy little baby? Just because the Beastar furries said it doesn't mean we have to.
But I was gonna say, for if you really like true crime kind of stuff, if you like murder mystery kind of stuff, you like that kind of drama, you like I'm gonna say, because the series addresses it, if you like basically approaching Zootopia but way more adult, that's basically what that's what Beastars is it pulls from that. This is an all animal society, except it approaches the whole there's the predator and prey aspect.
And the predators still
the morality of you eat, and the morality and the legality of eating other animals, and the basically Legoshi's journey in trying to find himself in the middle of am I a predator? Do I fight my instincts? This kind of thing, and being that kind of that single variant, if anything, not just a single, but being mirrored to Louis being another variant on the prey side. So it's a really, really interesting show, and I am absolutely hooked to it. So it's a lot of
Have you read the manga?
I am trying to get around to
I
getting to read the
own
manga.
the
I know I've heard
manga.
a lot. I've heard a lot of things about how they've adapted certain things
Mhm.
from the manga and what the liberties they were taking, but it seems like you said that they've kind of so far been adapting them
Yeah.
really well
And,
from the manga,
and
right?
and I believe they recreated a lot of the iconic panels from the manga as shots in the
Yeah, I
show.
mean, just like My Hero,
Hmm.
they go by that method of recreate. Also, the answer of why there's so many domesticated dog breeds, the dogs are fully cognitive. They fuck each other. They can breed and make their own over time. They have some humanity, and that humanity makes them fuck. But like,
But yeah,
but
what
yeah,
what what I personally love about the comparison manga anime is like the manga is drawn in such an extremely rough and all over the place style, and this show looks so freaking polished. It's like this is like, and yet it's absolutely recognizable because there's still a consistent style in the manga, which they managed to transfer over not only into anime but in CG anime, because I believe the
Yeah,
entire
like it still looks very much
it's
based off.
it's cell shaded CG anime.
Yeah, like Studio Orange is freaking phenomenal. So major props to them and them developing like a really solid looking CG cell shading. Um cuz yeah, this whole show looks so freaking good. Um and it's actually interesting when you have some shots that are actually like very clearly like the characters are 2D animated versus, 3D models. But sometimes you have 2D and 3D in the same shot. So it's actually kind of interesting how they mix it up a little, especially I see it a lot, quite a bit in season 2. But it's like kind of like spotting the difference. I guess it's like frame rates and whatnot, but yeah, the CG looks really good in this.
Yeah, but yeah, Beastars. Lauren, will
Beastars.
you admit that you're a furry yet? Okay,
Who
well, yeah, we're
who
gonna ask that
who
quick.
who will we get to admit it first on the awkward cast? Lauren or Saber Spark? One of those two has to come out of the closet already.
Yeah, we
Let's just
will.
say one of the two has been making videos running off of the gag for a lot longer, where I have not. So
I know, but Okay, Lonnie Lioness. So let's just move on to Max's media. Max, have you finally
My
picked
media.
out a media and installed it
I
already?
finally did pick out a media. I didn't necessarily intend to talk about it today, but due to the lack of anything else, I guess I'm going to talk about it today. So some people might already recognize that shot. So and the audio is still on. That is going to get me definitely caught. Yeah, I was looking for something new to play because I needed a break from all the Picross I play on my phone, and so I checked out that. I'm not even sure if it's that infamous of a waifu collector game. Um,
Is it Genshin? What is
no,
it?
it's not Genshin. So that's the thing. Is it even that popular in the West? That's a good question. No, it is if it ever shows the fucking title of the game. Uh, it.
All these games
I
have the
know.
same fucking style.
It's
I can't.
Arc. It still doesn't show the title. It's Arknights. I'm not sure if.
Okay, I've heard of the name, but it's like all these things are the fucking same.
They are, aren't they?
Am I getting old? Am I one of those people that are like all these animes look the same? Like,
I guess so. No, but where I wanna what I wanna point about this game, because a while back it's a gacha game. So you have a bazillion characters and you collect them and whatnot. And a while back I tried out, because I got so annoyed by all the ads. So I gave in and actually checked out what's this fucking hero something. This absolute garbage game that you see the advertisements all the time where you solve the puzzles with the little knight. You ad blocker. You with your damn YouTube Plus or whatever it's called.
I'm sorry that I use YouTube Premium so I
Premium,
can support
whatever.
the creators I watch in a more meaningful way because they get more money from my views than a normal viewer.
I guess maybe Baka. Okay. No. Where's my own? I can't find my own vlog channel. Seriously? Still nothing? There it is. So, the shit game that I would highly... Hero Wars.
Hero Wars.
Yes.
Okay.
Hero Wars is basically the incarnation of everything that's wrong with gacha games. It doesn't have gameplay. It literally doesn't. You just send your heroes and they play by themselves. They run through the level from left to right, slay all the monsters. You have no interaction. I believe you can activate their specials. And I believe even that happens automatically. So, yeah, you don't really have any gameplay in it. It looks highly polished. You have to give them that. In its cartoony style, it looks highly polished. It's a little bit like this garden game app that Saber made a video about. Jessica's Garden or whatever it's called.
Oh, Lily's Garden.
Lily's Garden, where the advertisements
Lily's Garden.
have nothing to do with the actual game. They borrow the characters. And here's a fun thing with Hero Wars, which is actually not the media I want to talk about. They do those advertisements where you constantly see those puzzles to be solved, which is legit false advertisement. They actually had to start putting those puzzles as bonus levels into the game to avoid the false advertisement claim, because the actual gameplay is just like they run from left to right. You have barely any interaction. It's not a game. It's legit not a game. It's just there to get you hooked with the usual mechanics where the interaction curve, like in the beginning, shit happens, everything, and you get gifts and whatnot of the 5 in-game currencies, and then it dries out more and more, and then they try to sell you sell you extra rounds and whatnot for real life money. Now, this is part of the gacha formula, and I will not, and Arknights is guilty of that too. However, there is probably where you see the difference between a Western gacha game and a Japanese gacha game. This is an actual game. You can actually play it. Yes, it has also this feature that the further you get, I believe I played it for 2 weeks now, that it dries you up. You can basically, I can at this point log in twice, maybe 3 times a day, play all my sanity, which is the currency with which you can run play rounds. That's where have I ended up here? No, this is the Beastars trailer. I wanted to go. This is a.
Wow,
no.
so professional.
I have prepared it. So here, like how the actual gameplay works. You out of all your waifus, you put together a squad, and then it is basically a tower defense, if it ever loads. And what you place them. They all have special abilities. There's actually a high level of tactic in it, and now you have melee, you have distance, you have different kinds of ranged ones like archers and spellcasters.
I don't like how the land tilts when you're selecting characters. Sounds petty, but I don't like that.
Which is fair. It's a very stylized game, and I can easily see how the stylizedness doesn't sit well with everybody.
Well, when you're supposed to be placing the characters, why are you tilting the board?
But yeah.
You see better. It's just like it's literally just because we can.
But it's like actually the tower defending stuff is actually challenging. But then you have in between the grind where you then need to go to certain stages where you can collect money and upgrade tokens to actually upgrade your individual characters so that you can actually beat certain levels, because you need for some levels they are just too weak if you don't level them up. So there's a grind, and obviously you could avoid the grind by paying real life money. But to be fair, it's playable. That's the thing. It is playable without paying anything, and the only thing that is exclusively to be had with the special in-game currency that you have to pay for with real life money, it's fashion items. It's literally the skins for the character.
So it's just cosmetics. Okay.
It's the main source is the cosmetics, and the secondary one is, and you can then cheat basically the gacha if you want to have more gacha draws, which is the entire thing where it comes from, namely that you for a booster pack. Once again, I haven't paid a single cent, and I will not pay a single cent. And this is also why if you ask me, if we go for the usual thing of like, hey, who should play it, who shouldn't, it has a gacha element in it, which is like basically gambling. And while you get a little bit of that resource that you need for it naturally through the game, but very, very slowly, while it's something that you can use with the real life money in-game currency very quickly, it's if you are in any way perceptible to this kind of mechanic, stay away from it. Stay away from any mobile game as far as I'm concerned, because that's the sad thing. Mobile games are either full of advertisements, full of those kind of microtransaction mechanics, or there is the rare ones that are actually premium games where you pay money and okay, there's too much movement there.
You can just play Pokemon Go and go on
basically
lovely walks.
Yes,
play Pokemon.
Exactly. So as far as gacha games
like a
go,
cultured person.
but the thing is about Arknights, after my absolutely disgusted experience, because that's how I came out of it with Hero Wars, I now play the good one, which is also polished, which actually has a story in it and characters with a lot of lore, endless amounts of lore in there. I can see the appeal by now, at least. I now played a proper gacha game from Japan itself, not one of those American cash grab up, cash.
Pay to win.
Yeah, but the cash grabs, and now I can understand the appeal. I still am highly critical of it because, well, it has this built-in throw money at us mechanic, and this is a rabbit hole that I think is pretty nasty. So who should play this game? Nobody, because it's a gacha game.
Isn't the whole like paywall stuff the reason you stopped playing Fallout Shelter or something on your phone?
Fallout Shelter was a game which you could take very, very far without paying a game. It also has a typical slowdown curve to it. But at the very end, I basically got the majority of all the stuff except for special characters and I believe a few items like clothing items and whatnot, which are very rare drops which you get out of those lunch boxes, and those lunch boxes become rarer and rarer. And guess what you can buy with real life money? For $99 you can buy 1,000 lunch boxes to open. Fallout Shelter is once again, it's a real game that you can play, but for the end game it then is like either an absolutely brutal grind or money, and this is once again where it loses me. Mobile games, am I right, guys?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I stay away from any kind of gacha use real money thing, because you know what? The one plus of being raised in the early 2000s in America was that we got stuck with the plague that was Webkins, where you had to buy physical plushes to play an online game that had cooldowns for the games in the online game, and if you didn't buy a fucking Webkin plush every 6 months or something, your account gets shut down.
Wow. That is...
I know.
No, I mean...
I had a problem. I had 40 Webkins back when I was a little me.
But
I mean, I liked plushies.
I had one Webkin, never played Webkins. I just thought the plush was cute.
Yeah, but it was just kind of, but yeah, that shit
Okay.
trains you to be like, it either trains you to think that stuff's okay, or trains you to be like,
But
no.
what would you say is more atrocious? This kind of like where they come in and threaten you with, if you do not pay, then we shut your account down, or gacha games which just make it so appealing and provide enough gameplay to just always have this carrot in front of you internally.
They're both bad. I would say they're equally bad with just different hues and colors. Because one of them is just the more abrasive version of the other. One is tantalizingly vindictive that cashes in on people's, on people's vested FOMO, and the other one is, wait, I've already spent this money already. You can't take what I already have away from me. They're both bad, and just saying, Whitkins was marketed towards like 8-year-olds.
Okay,
you want to make an 8-year-old feel that way?
That's problematic. So yeah, Arknights, beautiful game, very deep lore. Don't play it because it's a predatory game mechanic. Unless you have a very strong what's it called? The most famous trait of Scrooge McDuck.
Willpower?
Not necessarily, but Scrooge McDuck. What does he have? Because he's cheap. Guides. What is guides in English? Somebody help me.
I mean, like, he's cheap.
He's cheap.
Frugal.
And
being frugal.
I guess frugal is so. Unless you have a very, very deep sitting frugalness like myself, who can just look at the game and be like, "You're not getting a single cent of me, bastard." So yeah, but in general, I wouldn't. Yeah, it's beautiful, it's whatnot, but it's bad. It's a predatory game, so bad game. Bad. Get out of here. Let's replace it with pretty faces.
I don't think I've ever spent a single cent on any of those kinds of games.
Yeah, me neither.
The most, the probably would be just going to the arcade and spending it on more credits or whatever. But that's about it. Like, otherwise, I'm like,
that's different. You get a
I'm
physical
fine.
experience by playing an arcade game.
Exactly. But with like mobile stuff, I don't think I've ever once done that ever. I just, I'm like, I'll play it as far as it's free, and then okay, bail.
I may have done it once, and that was just because I was going on a trip, so I needed a shit ton of incubators for Pokemon Go to put my eggs in, because I knew I was going to hatch a shit ton of eggs because I was going to do nothing but walking for the next week and a half. So I may have spent $5 on coins so I can get like 20 incubators. But to me, that's at least a decent deal, and you keep the incubators.
Yeah, there you go.
I just want to hatch my Pokemon, okay? Don't judge me.
Also, oh boy, I just recognized the time. We really should move on to the Q&A.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm fading.
Okay.
Let's
do that. So, we have our traditional J-Rock Would You Rather on Twitter. Would you rather have an unlimited gift certificate to a restaurant or a clothing store? Restaurant.
Restaurant.
Well, that was easy. Do we even need to say why?
Why? Food.
Yeah.
It's food.
I mean, okay. Maybe backpedal a little bit. Like, it doesn't specify to a restaurant or a clothing store. Now, what if all your maybe you have a big clothing store that you really like to go to and that you get all your wardrobe from anyway, and a shitty restaurant. I wouldn't want to have. We talked about me having tendencies to be cheap, so now imagine I have this free voucher for a restaurant, but it's really shitty restaurant. Every time I
You're changing the rules here.
There's wiggle room. The rules have not been specified. It could be that Daria of a case, but then again, food is actually one of the things where I'm not cheap, because I'm like, that's the stuff I put in my body. I get higher quality products.
I think it would make more sense that, okay, you get a gift certificate to your favorite clothing establishment or your favorite restaurant.
Okay, now we are back to food.
Yeah, and I'm back to food.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, exactly. Lauren, you know what? Then let's have the minority speak. Lauren, why are you picking clothing over food that you get to put in your belly?
Food.
Did you not pick clothing store? I thought you picked.
No,
I
we
picked
all
food.
said restaurant. We all
Oh, we
picked.
all picked
Yes,
food. I heard
yes.
clothing store.
No.
No, I
Oh.
said food.
Well, you know what? Then I'm gonna be
You know who I am.
I guess I know who you are, Lauren. I know that you are Little Miss Foodie up there.
Little Miss Foodie.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I said food because, one, it keeps you alive. Two, you get it.
Except for
it's
the
variety.
stuff that
can
kills
do whatever
you.
you want with food.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
clothes can keep you alive. You can, if your favorite clothing place is an expensive one, you can buy the clothes from that clothing place and then upsell them online.
So, Discord questions.
What? I can't talk about committing an illegal?
No, the point is, I don't care about you admitting any illegal. So it's like, we agreed that you're running low on energy. It's already late, and now we're spending
Yeah,
extra
sorry.
time on this really stupid.
Sorry, crime. When crime gets put into the mix, Chrissy just needs to talk about.
Ooh, crime,
Okay.
crime.
Yeah, it's crime.
Ooh.
Okay, so Darth Raven asks, I've just recently, at the time of this writing, saw a sad anime movie called Chirin's Bell, and that got me to wonder, is there a sad movie you have seen either recently or from your childhood? I'm going to reformat this as, what's your favorite sad childhood movie? What's like that movie that you saw as a kid that you're like, this is a good movie, and it makes me sad. I need to go lie down. I already know
I feel
my
like I already
answer.
know your answer.
Oh, okay. What is my answer, Lauren? You know me so
I was
well.
gonna guess you were gonna say Homeward Bound.
But it's a.
Yes, it is
Really?
Homeward Bound.
But
That is my go-to crime.
But it isn't a sad movie because at the end he comes back.
Not
there's a
unless we
lot of
go
stuff
with
in the
the
middle that's
scenario we made
sad.
where someone stopped recording
It's
their
a
copy of Homeward Bound right
it's-
after Shadow gets stuck in the hole.
It's a fake out sadness.
It doesn't
But
really
there's
have to be
so
a
many
favorite
moments
movie.
in that movie that makes me cry. I cry when when Chance sees that his kid drives away. I'm sad when Sassy falls down the waterfall. I cry when Chance gets porcupine thorns in his snoot because Jesus Christ, I don't want to see a dog get hurt. There's a lot of
But-
that movie makes me. It's the Don Bluth principle of any movie is fine for kids as long as there's a happy ending. No, I disagree. Homeward Bound makes me cry.
By that
So it
logic,
must be a sad
by that logic, the original British Watership Down is for children. By that
Yeah.
logic, Feliday is for children because at the end the good guy wins. That's a happy ending, right?
Look, my point
wow.
is, I classify Homeward Bound as a sad movie with a happy ending.
Okay.
I can still. It is the movie that makes me cry. And
But-
that is my only requirement here.
But yeah, to answer your question, Laura, no, there is wiggle room on the term favorite. So just
Okay,
go
'cause I
for
know
this.
the one-
Yeah.
Because I know there's not a lot of movies I say, oh, that's my favorite, I cry. I mean, that are sad. I can't exactly say there's maybe sad parts in it, but it's not an overall sad movie. Like, if I'm talking about, like, okay, let's have two things here. If we're going to talk about favorite, on this side, Annabelle's Wish makes me cry every time. But it's not a sad movie. There's maybe a sad part in it, and there's sad aspects to it. And it's overall not a sad movie. It's a cute Christmas movie, and it's highly underrated. Really cute. Go watch it. It's actually up for free on YouTube.
Ooh.
Go catch it before they pull it off.
I guess I put the link down below.
About a little cow that's born on Christmas that wants to be on Santa's sleigh team. That's like, it's a wholesome freaking prompt. But the whole aspect of her being born on a farm that is born to like a poor family, and this boy who is mute from an accident caused by trauma from a barn fire. That's sad. So it's like, so there's that.
How is this
But then on
movie
the
not
other
a
side-
sad movie?
It's because it does end again. Yeah, it has a happy ending, all that kind of stuff. But there's so much like cute stuff and humor to it, and the boy has a friend who stands up for him and helps him become a stronger person. So it's like, Annabelle helps him become stronger too. So it's like that whole thing. But I mean, it's also a movie where Santa one night of the year uses his magic and the animals get to talk. So I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's sad aspects to it, but it's very much a children's Christmas movie, but it still does make me cry. On the other hand, movies that I'm like, okay, you'd think it'd be like a nice movie, but no, it's just straight up sad. Marley and Me.
Fuck Marley and Me.
Ooh, I heard about it.
I watched it only once, and it was at the theater. I bawled so fucking hard. I didn't want to watch it again. And then, so when they say, like, there's that movie, A Dog's Purpose, and stuff like that, they're like, oh, like Marley and Me, except the dog guy's over and over and over. And I'm like, what? That?
Why would anyone want this?
Why?
No,
I
fuck
hate
Marley
that.
and Me. All the advertising was the dog peeing or humping shit, and then it ends with the dog on camera being put to sleep. Why would anyone want this? Fuck that movie. I hate that movie.
It is the only time it's the only time I ever like openly wept in a movie theater. I'm like, I never want to do that again. Never want to do that again. Just F that. Throw it out the window. And I'm not gonna. I still haven't seen A Dog's Purpose because I'm like, all I need to know is that it's basically Marley and Me, except the dog dies several times over. I'm like, I don't need that. I don't care about the sequel that came out that does the exact same thing. So, no. I'm like, that kind of stuff. I can't stand it.
No, that movie makes you want to go and hug the first dog you see because it's like, no, that's not going to happen to you. I'm sorry.
Here's the thing. I'm from an entire family of dog lovers. I mean, me and my sisters all grew up with dogs always being around. And so my middle sister got to see this movie, I believe, also in cinema, and she just came back also like completely like and yeah, I never watched it because she also had a similar experience to you, Lauren, and was just like, no, it's just like especially for people who love dogs, it's a horrible movie.
It's so painfully realistic to how actual euthanasia happens, of just the dog lying on the metal bed and then they they inject it and then the dog's eyes close. And it's not, they don't CGI the dog's eyes close, the dog's eyes actually close. And it's just like, Jesus, fuck. I fucking hate that movie.
I hate it. And it's like,
I hate it.
And again, it made me have a theater experience I never wanted to repeat, which I never ever want to like sit and openly weep in a theater. I'm fine with maybe shedding a few tears, but not so badly that I'm like literally I'm like trying to scrounge for napkins to use as tissues. Like I'm like it was bad. I don't ever want to repeat that experience ever again. So,
but Max, what about you?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a cold-hearted man.
I know.
Is there any childhood things that actually made you feel something?
I believe so. Yeah, I also try to remember. I watched something relatively recently that actually got me a little bit of moist in the corners of my eyes. But what was it? Damn it, I can't recall if it was something TV.
Central Park.
I don't think so. What was it?
Because that whole violin scene with Birdie in the latest.
Oh, maybe it was that one. Yeah, I believe it was.
That one hurt.
Yeah.
That one hurt.
That one that might have been the one that I remembered. Yeah, but no. Besides that.
Central Park make me feel.
but yeah. Besides that, I have now the movies that are by extension from the Disney Empire. You know, like. When Star Wars punches Thanos in Infinity Wars, this was the saddest moment. I tried a tear for his character assassination by the writers. Oh no, wait! I actually meant like Pixar movies like Coco and Inside Out, which have their moments. What was this head shake for? I have no idea what.
You don't poo-poo on Star-Lord in this house, mister. He was emotionally compromised like any other human would be.
I wouldn't. I would have been like, I might have punched him out of principle because I'm so manly and unemotional. But
No,
yeah.
the Disney Empire feeds on your tears.
But more on they get to me, but not in a bowling my eyes out kind of way. I had one movie that for some reason got me. I probably have to revisit this one of those days just to see if the effect is still there. So it's the movie is, I assume, an Italian movie because the name is Marcellino Pane Vino. Marcellino Brot und Wein, and this is some like old style black and white Christian insanity movies, which my parents, probably my dad, recorded unironically, and I kept watching it on VHS for some reason, and so the story is basically there is somewhere in an Italian, Spanish cloister, monastery or something. There's a little boy that lives there, and he gets told you must not go to the attic because there is a bad man up there. This is a lie because there's a lot of stuff they just put there and they didn't want the boy to hurt himself on some pointy nails or whatever. Of course, the little shit goes up there. No, he's like, oh, pointy nail stuff, I will be careful around this. And then in the back of the attic, he finds an old cross that they put there with good, like a big one with Jesus on it. And he's like, ah, that's a scary man. And he runs off. And then, but he's a curious little shit. He comes back because he didn't get eaten or taken away by the scary man. And then Jesus starts coming off the cross and talk to him. But not as a comedy or a parody. No. You never see him.
No, this isn't Jojo Rabbit.
No, this is straight like Christian movie. But they always make it very like you never. Now you can see the cross, but the moment he gets off it, they have a camera angle where you can just see his hand or whatever because you can't not show Jesus's face. So and what the boy does, he brings him bread and wine, pan e vino, because he's so hungry on the cross, and he does this, and he keeps bringing it, and then there's some shenanigans of, he talks to the monks about it, and they are like, I'm not believing it. The movie for some, I don't even know, it's a Catholic wank movie, okay, thank you. Watch it every Holy Week, okay, good to know that I'm not the only one. This classic black and white one, right? Like decades old Odie, we are talking about the same one. I hate that movie. And the thing is that at the end, I'm not even sure, Odie can probably fill me in why this happens. The boy just gets up there and he is like, oh, I want to see, it's probably something like, I want to see my mama or whatever. And Jesus is like, I can bring you to her. And then Jesus stretches out his hand and the boy takes it, and basically the boy dies, and the monks come up there and find the dead body of the child below the cross, and the monks who raised him basically or have a little bit of parental instincts for him, all like, oh no, Marcellino, and it's like,
and this affects you.
It did as a child. That's why I'm like, I need to revisit this movie and see if this effect is still there.
Revisit it as the staunch atheist you are, right?
Oh yeah, I will probably laugh my ass off. I'm not gonna lie about the super old effects and whatnot, the over the top acting that probably is happening. But no, they play that sad music, and there's this little boy, and they carry him downstairs. Oh, Marcellino, and I don't know. Little probably
crying Italians are the
yes, little preteen Max actually got affected by it. I guess this answers the question. Back to Twitter.
This was a very long answer.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, we got another one from Brandon Croker. What's he? It's actually disturbingly What's your earliest recollection in life? Another passed down memory lane.
Sure, okay. Lauren, what's your first cognitive memory?
Look, my memory is good, but I don't know if it's gonna be accurate.
Oh,
I mean, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be accurate. Just what do you?
I mean-
if you had to try to go into your brain's vault, what is the
Yeah.
first thing you?
I mean, let's be cynical here. Any memory you have is not accurate. So
Yeah.
your earliest
Right.
memory is just the one that you. It's just the hazy recollection of events that you memorize. Has the oldest timestamp and probably the most decay on accuracy.
Good thing.
I mean, I actually do know mine, which goes exactly,
Nancy, what's
which
yours?
goes exactly down the line of I have no clue if it's real or however. It's like from before
Oh,
we.
is this the eye that was inside? the
No,
door
that
now?
was later. That was later. I have an even earlier
Okay.
one, which must be which must be from me being 3 years old, which makes it even less likely that it's real. Because who the
Okay.
fuck? Because we moved to Aachen, where I spent the vast majority of my growing up life. We moved there when I was 3 years old, and this memory is from before then, and I could swear, and I talked to my sister about it, but she cannot remember it. I could swear that I remembered in our old house of which I have the house I was born in. I mean, I wasn't born in the house, but where I spent the first 3 years of my life. I could swear that I was in the house. I was riding a tricycle around a corner through some kind of wide open hallway into the kitchen, and my youngest sister came in from school with her backpack and everything. And I asked her years later, like, could this be? Is this a real memory? And she's like, I don't remember anything like this. So yeah, that's the mystery. Like, did it ever happen? This requires a house being big enough to run around in it on a tricycle. So some shining.
It's a lot bigger to you.
Yeah. So this is some shining shit, like little. I'm pretty sure I have.
Yeah, Lauren.
I was gonna say, I think I remember. I think it was my first Halloween costume, and I was a baby when that happened. But
Whoa!
Okay,
I
so
remember
like,
that.
so you remember you being like a pumpkin
Or
or
do you
something?
remember seeing the
like
pictures?
in a pumpkin outfit. I remember
Being
like,
in the outfit. Okay.
yes, I
remember
like
being a pumpkin.
like
This is the
I
big
physically
reveal, is that
remember the
Lauren-
costume being on me. I physically have a
You
physical
probably have
memory of that.
behavioral memory of it because, we are very sensitive beings when we are babies. Like, a lot of distinct memories of being a child is just something itching. Like Christmas those Christmas dresses and stuff that they make you wear for church and them not feeling good. It's always a scratchy fabric. Like
The smell of a freshly mowed lawn too. Like something about that.
It's always sensory stuff. But okay, I think my
Can
first
you
memory.
you go lower than Lauren, who is baby? I thought I put the bar low with 3 years.
Mine is not lower than baby. I'm pretty sure of that, but I must have been maybe early 2 years old or somewhere when I was 2 or 3, because my mom loves to brag that I started learning how to read when I was 2. So because my family read to me all the time, and I just picked up reading really fast. And my first cognitive memory is me in the living room in the downstairs of our house in this with these like I was sitting on we had one of those like L couches, so the the ones that form the letter L. I was sitting on the corner of it. My dog Butch was right next to me asleep, and I had a picture book of, I think, like The Ugly Duckling or something, and I could distinctly hear the Law and Order theme song playing on the TV because my mom would watch. So you just hear and just all I remember is just looking down at the Ugly Duckling book and petting my dog's head. That's my first real cognitive memory.
Wow.
I don't remember if my mom was talking or anything, because the only distinct thing I heard was da 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 da. But, you know, it was just this kind of thing of just having a book and petting my dog. Of course, my first cognitive memory involves dogs. I'm pretty sure if I went to some kind of therapist, we could go even farther back and it would still involve dogs, because my dog Butch was always in my room sleeping next to my crib since I came home from the hospital when I was a baby. He was my partner in crime. But yeah, since we're very late, we're just gonna jump. We can answer more questions next week and stuff, but we have to. We went long this week. We always go long when we have Lauren on. Little motor mouth you are.
Seriously, dude.
And also, we can blame Max for his long explanation of gacha games.
Yeah.
And describing an entire Italian Catholic movie. Okay, so from Magical Dude, Ask Awkward, nabbing the FMK. So cons are coming back from various fandoms, so let's rate them. Fuck, marry, kill, fandom edition. The Brody fandom, the Star Wars fandom, and the Pokemon fandom. I would have put the furry fandom, but then Key and Max would have just fought to marry that. Have fun. Of course I would have fought to marry that, because if I marry the furry fandom, I'd be set for life.
But I mean,
wealthy.
But okay, with Brony and Pokemon, we have entire we have fandoms based on franchises, which Star Wars also falls in. But I wonder if there's one that is more controversial between the three of us than Star Wars. Because I believe we all three like Star Wars, but we're all not too obsessed over it, are we?
Casual.
Yeah, I'm a casual Star Wars fan, absolutely.
Yeah. Casual, and then Pokemon. Pokemon would be so easy for me because I'm the out of all of us, I'm the one who's actually a full-on Pokemon nerd. Then you got Lauren, who knows a little bit, and then you got Max, who knows the ones that he's had to draw recently.
Yeah.
And then Brony, which we all met. Well, I met Lauren before Brony. Lauren got me into Brony, but you know, we met each other through it. So, Lauren, which one are you gonna boink and marry and kill?
Gosh.
Kill the bronies. Kill the bronies.
Actually, what I am gonna say is, I'm gonna kill the Star Wars fandom.
Why?
Well, look, everybody can say that any fandom is gonna have its toxicity, but in terms of full-on fandoms bullying their actors in the films, picking on the writers for the comics, picking on everybody for saying that's not canon, this not that. I have never seen I at the very least, no matter how much the bronies may fight about it, at the very least, you know, there's nowhere near as much, I feel like, animosity as there is in the Star Wars fandom, and especially from a fan base to the people that are making the content for them. So I'm like, and that's nothing against any personal person. It's the mob mentality that I hate. I appreciate. So that's why I say I love Star Wars, but the fandom can be so bad. So it's like,
might be a matter of the size of it, but the argument still stands. So kill it for what it does, no matter if it's due to it being that big. Okay, we have the first kill confirmed.
Now what's your doink? You're gonna doink the smelly Pokemon nerds or the smelly bronies? No matter what, they're smelly.
Willia Dakamakura.
This goes for all the fandoms. Are you kidding me?
Yes, no matter what, so, it's all smelly.
Yeah, Willia Dakamakura. Oh, did I pronounce it right? Probably not.
Dakimakura.
Yeah, Willia Dakamakura be a Pikachu or a Twilight?
I'll say marry Pony.
Okay.
Fuck Pokemon.
Why?
Okay, why?
You have to explain yourself.
Look.
Yes.
We already know. I've loved horses my entire life. I feel like it is one of the core aspects of me and how long I've drawn horses and stuff. So, I feel like it only makes sense that I just commit all the way.
I marry the horse. Also, I looked up Pikachu Dakimakura, and that's what popped up, and I
I mean, it's not
just
necessary.
the
Yeah,
tail.
I was about to
It's
say.
just the tail.
It's not necessarily a Dakimakura, but it fulfills a similar
I
purpose,
mean,
so...
this was the second result, and I don't think you should put this up on Twitch.
Let
There's
me
no naughty bits, but I don't like its face.
Ooh,
God,
shit.
no.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, don't put it. I don't think you should put that up on screen. at
Oh
all.
no, that is
There's no bits. There's no bits, but
this
the
is
implication.
It's
this
the
is
impli-
one
you know, the
step, yeah.
implication.
This is one
We're gonna
step.
quote Sunny in Philadelphia.
This
the
is
implication.
this is one step away from an Ahegeo.
What's the thing from the pony fandom we used to talk about? The third line that would be on the back
Ah,
of
yeah.
where you could tell that something is just a safe for work edit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, you commit to the equines and you marry
Okay,
them.
and then,
What
why are you doinking Pikachu?
Yeah, or
No, I'm not
all
as
the other
committed to
ones.
the- I'm not as committed to Pokemon. It would be like, I guess you could say, like, I love it, but I'm also like, it'd be fine if it was like.
It's more
you know,
physical love. We
Flame
get
or
it. We
something
get
like
it.
that.
Does this make it better or worse? I just found this one.
No. And plus, we're talking about the fandom. We're not talking about the Pokemon.
I mean, I love it, but I also hate it. But
Like-
okay, so I would last time, so Max,
Oh.
you get the honor of being the last one. this
Oh
time
joy.
around.
So at least I don't need to figure out which way I have to arrange what to get the kill where.
Yes.
But yeah, please.
Yes, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Hold on. So you killed Star Wars. All right. So I'm not gonna like this answer, but I need it for the long con. So I'm gonna kill the Pokemon fandom.
Oh really? You oh okay.
Interesting.
I can
It
work
has
with
taken so many years off of my life. Look how much money I've spent in cards. These
Well, that's
things cost so much money. They
So-
cost like from $60 to $100.
So you're pledging self-defense.
Yes, this thing has made me commit to some kind. I've spent $60 on
I mean,
Pokemon Snap.
if-
I have Pokemon items. I have spent so much, and I'm saving other people because there are people worse than me.
I was
That's the
yeah.
thing. I'm tame compared to other people. I could be like, I'm not the person buying that Pokemon Pikachu tail docky, but I'm saving those who would.
I mean, Odie beat me to the punchline that isn't the Pokemon card game basically an IRL gacha?
Well, okay, I will at least say that with Pokemon cards, you have a physical item at the end of it. And you
Mhm.
can
You
actually
don't get- and
play
you don't
a
get-
card game.
And you don't get shut out of your membership to it either.
Yeah, Webkins. But you get, but still,
But
you get a
okay,
physical
you
item, and
killed
if
it.
and
You
if
killed
like
Pokemon.
yeah.
Okay.
Still, but
But who gets sexy
okay.
time with you?
Okay, who gets sexy time with me?
Actually, we know who gets sexy time with you.
Oh yeah, so I'm going to wait. So she doinked Pokemon, so I'm going to doink. You married bronies. Okay, so I have to doink bronies. Yes, that's how it works, right? Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck the bronies. Par for the course, it seems. Why go out of routine? I guess. Everything in my life has the root cause of bronies, like in every way, so including that in real life. So why not? Also, you know, bronies are just diet furries, anyways. So I can just. So you know what? I'm basically doinking a furry. I'm doinking a self-loathing furry. So there's my reason. And then I'm going to marry the Star Wars fandom, because you know how much fucking money that makes?
Ah.
Like, it is owned by the mouse.
But
it is...
I believe Pokemon is still higher grossing, isn't it, as a franchise?
Again, I'm saving it from people.
Fair.
I'm being altruistic there. But I get to Also, if I could be married to the Star Wars fandom, I could cause enough uproar that we could bring back those Star Wars galactic dance-offs that used to be at fucking Disney World, where they had Chewbacca dance to Too Legit to Quit by MC Hammer, and I need that back in my life, because those are the best thing the Star Wars universe has ever created. So there's my reasonings. Totally selfless.
Yeah,
But now it's your turn, Max.
and I actually have
Tell
to.
us why you're going to kill the Bronies.
Yeah, I actually have to thank you. I mean, this is a setup. All three answers are fine by me. So, people who have been around me over the last few years, especially in my server where I created an extra room for pony stuff so that I can just ban everything out of sight. I like to make this comparison of an ex-smoker who I mean it's not a perfect analogy because in my heart I still consider myself a brony, but it's like those former smokers who then are the moment somebody around them lights a cigarette like could you please they're the most sensitive to smoke at period. Yeah, and I now, because of going through this phase of oversaturation, nowadays I'm a little bit like can you tone it down a little bit, please? When people go all pony around me. So yeah, and this is just a logical conclusion. Ending it completely, not even being the ex-smoker anymore.
No nostalgia, just kill.
Kill. I mean, no regrets, but no regrets about the past. But to move forward, killing, obviously. Then I get to.
Why is Pokemon going to be your sugar daddy?
Yeah, I mean, no, I am unlike you. I'm not that materialistic. I'm not here for the monies. With Pokemon being one of the.
You're here for the monsters.
Oh no! It's a thing you see from the three fandoms that we got presented. Pokemon is by far the one I have the least connection with. I know the least about, even so there is such a vast and ever-growing amount of stuff to know. And what better way than spending a lifetime together to truly know each other, get to know each other?
Man, it would be bad if you found out you hate it.
That's actually true. Yeah, I mean...
Your first Pokemon Nuzlocke. Oh man, I hate how this game works.
Yeah, and I mean, bonking Star Wars fandom is an easy one. I mean, there's lightsaber, Princess Leia bikinis left and right.
Okay. But honestly, how
force games in the bedroom, like oh
no, stop it! I don't like that. But what if you piss it off and it has force lightning like Palpatine and it just goes?
But we are talking about the fandom, not about the actual thing, so.
But the force games. So are you saying that it's just plain?
Yes.
Pretend? Ew, that's worse. I hate that.
How much do you hate it?
It makes me feel awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random crap. It's time for awkward guys. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guys. Artwork and analysis, which you do not